From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago. Vice President Lyndon Johnson has left the hospital in Dallas, but we do not know to where he has proceeded. Presumably, he will be taking the oath of office shortly and become the 36th President of the United States.
That was Walter Cronkite 50 years ago today announcing the death of President Kennedy. That clip's certainly iconic now. We continue our special coverage of the 50th anniversary of the assassination of the president coming up in just a few minutes. But coming up, we're going to return to our coverage of the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Flags at both the White House and on Capitol Hill are at half-staff today and on this special day of remembrance. After this break, we talk about this. Can JFK's life and presidency teach us lessons that we can use in today's polarized world of politics? I'll talk to a special panel, including historian Michael Beschloss, author of Presidential Courage, and Larry Sabato, who wrote the Kennedy Half-Century. But we had to break with sound from Tom Brokaw and Dan Rather, talking about why JFK's legacy endures.
Dan, do you think that this story will so endure that 50 years from now, there will be other former anchors sitting at this desk talking about the impact of the assassination of John F. Kennedy on not just the American political scene, but on the cultural scene as well?
I do believe that will happen, Tom. Not at the level it's happened for this first 50th anniversary, but I think it will be because the Kennedy mystique, partly because he died violently so young, also because he had so much promise. I think the mystique will be there 50 years from now, and yes, there'll probably be aging anchormen talking about it.
Dr. King was coming there, and he was really shaken. And he said, if the hundreds of Secret Service can't protect the president, anytime they want us, we got to be ready to go, because there is no protection. He took the president's death as a sign of his own assassination.
When I met with John, I was quite taken by the fact that he knew so little about the black community. He knew the headlines of the day, but he really wasn't anywhere nuanced or detailed on the deep depths of black anguish, of what our struggle was really about. It's kind of like it passed him in the night. He had some familiarity, but there wasn't a great.
At this time, 50 years ago, JFK and his wife Jackie were still in Fort Worth, Texas. Their motorcade was headed to Carswell Air Force Base, and from there, they arrived in Dallas at 11:44 a.m. Central Time, a little behind schedule when they landed at Dallas Love Field. But they took some time to greet another unexpected crowd at that airport there, and you can see the throngs of people that showed up. Joining me now, NBC News presidential historian Michael Beschloss. He's written 9 books, including Presidential Courage, and director of the UVA Center for Politics, Larry Sabato, author of The Kennedy Half-Century. Gentlemen, great to have